It is 17 minutes past 11 this Friday. That means it's time for... It's the lovely Van Corner. Hello, my lovely.
Hello, Lily. How you doing? We've been a minute.
I know. Well, I'm very excited to talk to you because it's always good to see what is out there for us to enjoy at the cinema. We've got a couple. They're very different. They always are with you. You know, a good combo. Shall we begin with? I mean, these are going to sound familiar as well to people. Shall we start with Godzilla?
Yeah, Godzilla -1, which is the latest Japanese Godzilla movie. I know it seems weird that I'm touting a Japanese Godzilla movie on the BBC on a Friday before Christmas, but follow my logic, because this is actually really, really incredible. So this is the first Toho-produced, they're the original Godzilla company, the first Toho-produced Godzilla movie in 8 years, since 2016 Shin Godzilla. And this is like made for less than $15 million. This thing looks better than most $200 million studio blockbuster tentpoles. And what they have done is basically retold the story of Godzilla as a post-World War II story that emphasizes the human characters, who all happen to be Japanese. It centers around, for instance, a failed kamikaze pilot as its lead, and the guilt he lives with and the shame, and how he sort of gets redemption in facing off against Godzilla. But it is literally about the human characters, and Godzilla is treated just really as if he's a natural disaster. So Godzilla is treated kind of the same way that the tornadoes in Twister are treated, or the ice in The Day After Tomorrow. It's a disaster movie where the disaster just so happens to be Godzilla. And, oh my God, incredible. So Takashi Yamazaki has written and directed this, and oh my God, this thing looks amazing. Feels amazing. The script, palpable, investable, great characters. No joke, by the end of this movie, and I'm going to have to look up the actor's name. I think it's, hang on, do it from memory. Ryunosuke Kamiki, I believe is his name, who plays our lead. And I'm very impressed with myself. Thank you, Lily. Thank you. By the end of this, no joke, 2 adult men, myself and my friend, 2 adult men in floods of tears by the end of this movie. You've never seen a kaiju movie, let alone a Godzilla movie, quite like this. The way that they execute the destruction feels really palpable. And if you think about like certain political global events in our lifetime, specifically like 9/11, things like that, you see a lot of that on screen. They're really going for that visceral, you are there, this is the intensity of the destruction feeling. There is a sequence in which Godzilla takes out a train that has one of the main characters on it, and it is like nothing else I have ever seen. This is not only one of the best Godzilla movies, they're probably the best Godzilla movie ever made. I think it's one of the best films of the year. And if you can see this, it's out in IMAX. Yeah. I thoroughly recommend. Seek out the nearest IMAX screen. Yeah. Check out Godzilla -1.
Wow. Well, what a glowing review. I mean, sneak it in there right at the end of one of the best of the year. We should reflect back, actually, at some point over the year. But let's move on to my childhood, really, Van Connor. So,
mine as well.
Yeah, gotta love the Aardman team. They are just so clever and witty and warm and wonderful. So, Chicken Run is being released from the coop again. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah. Well, we've got a sequel now called Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget, which has been in select cinemas, and it must be very select because I've not seen it anywhere, for about the past week. It's on Netflix from today. Aardman's sequel, not their first sequel, I don't think, because obviously there's multiple Wallace and Gromit, things like that. This follows the returning characters from the first movie, again realized in that absolutely unique style of Aardman claymation, like no one else does. Yeah. And they are now the parents this time around. So they've been recast. So obviously you can't have Mel Gibson in a kids movie in 2023. So they've got Zachary Levi, aka Shazam, and Thandiwe Newton is filling in for Julia Sawalha, which is questionable
Yep.
in recasting, for being honest.
Yep.
They are now the parents, and their teenage daughter is, growing up on this sort of island commune that they have set up, this colony, a chicken colony that they have set up following the events of the first movie. She has, the same curious side that her mother has, and wanders across to the mainland, where she is very swiftly picked up by a delivery driver for a chicken factory.
Oh, no.
A factory that makes nuggets for what's effectively the 1970s British answer to KFC, and it's up to the parents to go after her. So, last time they were breaking out, this time they're breaking in. I've got a clip for you.
Lovely.
She is a lot like you.
See you later. Mum, can we go over there?
You've got everything you want right here.
You can't make me stay here.
She's left the island.
What is that?
Molly! The truck's taking chickens to some kind of farm.
Well, hey, that doesn't look so bad. Oh, that looks so bad.
Who knows what horrors Molly is dealing with in there?
Oh, it's got all the feels just in 30 seconds of clip there. I love how they work, the Aardman team. There's pathos, there's humour, there's happiness, and this sounds like it's, well, you're going to tell me whether it achieves all that it wants
Well, it's
to.
everything you want from an Aardman movie and more. If you loved the first movie, if you liked the first movie, you're going to love this, because it's a much bigger, bolder film, even though it's going for the same kind of trope. The first one was Great Escape. This plays more like Ocean's 11 in its sort of a heist movie. It just so happens that the thing they're heisting is their daughter from inside, the chicken nugget factory. You've got the supporting cast, returning cast members, like Imelda Staunton, for instance, and you've got the newcomers. You could hear Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones there as the daughter, Molly. And for my money, I think the MVP though is David Bradley as the requisite old man of the chicken collective. It's bags of fun. You will laugh yourself sense. There's some great gags in it. It also goes in that very unique Aardman way, very, very hard on the despair and the suspense. Like, if you remember that sequence in Toy Story 3 when they're all joining hands and they're about to go into the incinerator, and you're thinking, good God, they're not going to do this. There's about 3 of those in this. It really goes there. Absolute cracker. I'm gonna have to do something really cringe and call it finger licking good. I absolutely loved it. So it's on Netflix from today, and I know you're gonna love it, Lily. You're gonna have a great time with this.
I will subject my toddler to the first one, and then we'll move on to the finger licking good sequel. Brilliant stuff. Van, I'm not going to see you before Christmas, so thank you so much. Merry Christmas for everything. Enjoy all the Christmas movies that are going to come up, and thanks for your reviews today, my friend.
And thank you, Lily. Until the next time, you have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Take care now, Van.